Okay, more Master System for you. This is Global Defense, a game published, developed, Sega. You know how it goes. It appears that we have a crosshair, and I don't know how to move. Okay. Oh, I see. We hold down one button to move, and then we just don't hold it down to move the crosshair and fire. That's interesting. I don't know how I immediately feel about it, but it's certainly a unique approach to the shoot 'em up genre, I would say. I don't think you could really argue that it's a unique approach either. It's I have never seen a game try to do this before. It seems a little ambitious with a 2-button controller. I'll give you that much. Like this is very much the kind of game that feels like a twin-stick shooter at its core. But we'll give it its due time to prove itself to us here. You can of course hold down both buttons to keep shooting and also move. Okay, that's a good ship. We don't gotta worry about shooting that boy down. Sure. Thanks for the stats. Defensive half. Oh, I see. So there's an offensive half where you gotta shoot a bunch of stuff, and then there's a defensive half where you gotta shoot a bunch of stuff. But see, now we're making sure that we're defending the planet, presumably. Don't really have any way to move our crosshair faster, which does become a little bit of a problem. Means that if you don't make it to one side of the screen, you're pretty much just left for dead. Although it doesn't appear that anything went too terribly there. Looks like we did a good enough job. All right, offensive half again. Now I don't know if I can expect any real variety in the presentation here. It might just take place in these little spacescapes, but we'll see. If nothing else, it is an interesting take on the genre. I don't even know what the power-ups are doing. They don't make me feel particularly powerful. Which, sorry, that's a knock against the game. I think the most fun power-ups and shmups are the ones that just, they make you feel like an invincible man. So far, these don't really appear to be doing much of anything. I could be wrong. Maybe they're having an effect, and they're just subtle effects that I haven't noticed. Doesn't appear to be so difficult. Not yet, at least. I'm sure it will get there. Alright, how'd I do? Hey, look at that. 100% of bases and satellites. Get me back to that defensive half, brother. I don't really know how you stop all of these. I assume that down there is like how many hits we can afford to take. That little bar that's gradually filling up with purple. Clearly we did fine. If we're moving on up. I didn't talk about a whole lot during the Mylon Secret Oh, perfect. Look at that. During the Mylon Secret Castle episode, because I was so baffled the entire time. But, you know, this is a game I can just kind of chill out and, you know, vegetate to, as it were. I don't feel so pressured to solve the impossible. Finished Halo Reach yesterday. I should start off saying I'm a believer. I think that it probably is the best Halo campaign. It had a great sense of scale. It didn't have the flood. And it had a great ending. So yeah, Halo Reach, would recommend. As such, I then started Halo 4 after that, and it's certainly different feeling, which makes sense, you know, totally different studio, Bungie no longer involved. Ah, shoot. We're fine, I think. But I'm generally a fairly easy sell. As long as the game is reasonably well made, I'll probably enjoy it to a fair degree. You know, especially with first-person shooters, like, give me a lot of fun guns and a lot of fun stuff to shoot. I don't really need anything else. Some people talk about the story of Halo 4. I've heard some people say they really like the story. I've heard some people say they think it's a terrible story that just kind of retconned Halo 3. I could understand the argument. Me, I don't really care. Like, make it fun, and you can do whatever you want, as far as I'm concerned. Ooh. We're taking a lot of hits here. Not so great. We gotta survive the defensive half. Sponge boy me Bob. But we got so many missiles coming down so fast. Oh, yeah, I think we're screwed. We're screwed! Game over. So that's when it gets tough. And I don't really know how to counter that. You just kind of gotta have your crosshair in the right place before it even happens, I suppose. Can't get over the Master System sound chip. The little trumpety sound especially, like what's going on right now. It will be perpetually dated. Oh no! Fortunately, that's not a game over, because, you know, that only accounted for like one thing. It's really nice that, like, the whole screen kind of freezes after you die, so it gives you a chance to pick up the pieces, you know? Other than that, no, I'm pretty much, you know, that was what I did yesterday. Beat Halo Reach. And put a bit of effort into Halo 4. I was like, I own all these games, so may as well beat them. I think the P actually, I think that lowers our bar a little bit there. Which seems good. Defensive half, don't make me laugh. I'm not gonna laugh because it's kind of difficult, you know? Like, you gotta accept that you're just gonna take a few hits here and there, and you gotta decide when you're gonna let one target go in favor of taking down a higher priority one, you know? This is disaster mitigation more than anything else here. You're not gonna fully stop it. Hey, perfect on the bases. No, it's a neat concept for a game. Rewards you with swell points for blowing as much stuff up as you can. Now, just to say, yes, and as those missiles went off the screen, ah, shoot. That then meant that, our power bar went up because those missiles presumably were not defended against. I see. So it's really encourages you to prioritize that. Okay, that is a game over. So dying is more important than I thought. It doesn't just increase your bar. You gotta actually stay alive. I know, weird concept. Shoot. That is my one immediate criticism, is you can, your crosshair's a little slow. Get that a little faster, you can get a lot done. I don't know if that like sped up my crosshair a little bit, or if I'm just, or if it's just a big ol' placebo effect. Like I'm trying so desperately to find out what those yellow power-up blobs do that I might just be inventing improvements in my head, or making up improvements, I guess, is what they say. Inventing improvements. We're doing a reasonable job of defending everything. Yeah, some escaped there. This is what global defense looks like, though. The United States never got its Space Force. But if we did, this is what it would look like. Got all the missiles, got all the bases. Make you feel better. Couldn't get that one. I'm not sure how to stop them, admittedly. Like, it seems like some of them spawn from those little blue dots, but then some of them just kind of come out from nowhere. That was reasonable, though. We didn't take too much damage. Rather, we didn't let the Earth take too much damage. What do you got for me? Reasonable points. Yeah, that could have been much better. It feels like you sometimes gotta be a little more spot on with your shots than you think you gotta be. Ooh, look at that. Just a big ol' screen slowing bit of destruction. Like, you'd think that the power-ups would be increasing the speed of your crosshair as well as the radius of your blasts, and I think they are. I'm just, you know, again, there's subtle differences. It's not quite like most other shmups where it's just the most outrageous power-up system you've ever seen, and now you're shooting out a million missiles. Got close to a full 100. That's really your goal in this game, you know, destroy everything. I can't even fathom getting 100% in a defensive stage. Defensive half, rather. This is genuinely a hail of bullets, clearly. From me and from them. That was an even better attempt than the first defensive stage, actually, which is good. Which leads me to believe that these power-ups are doing something. Either that or I've just improved a little bit. There we go. New top score. Like that little ditty. Yeah, look at that. We even made it past this stage. Ah, shit. We even made it past this stage last time, but we beat our high score this attempt already. Oh, shoot. Now we gotta mitigate disaster here, something fierce, because if we go into the defensive stage with half a bar loaded up, we're gonna be in dire straits. That was a purple P, but it didn't lower our bar any. I see. Yeah, yep, that that made it pass easily. I'm getting made a fool of. Who's even attacking the Earth? How did we make such a dire enemy? I got crashed right into there. And that's a game over, really? Okay. So you get like 2 deaths and that's it. Tricky stuff. And yet not unpleasant. See if we can go for just 100% destroy everything that isn't in the defensive stage. Defensive stage, I doubt it, you know. Nope. Well, nope. Screwed it up. Technically, we destroyed it. I don't even know if that's gonna count or not. It could. I don't know. Could be one of those bizarre technicalities. Those do exist every now and then. I'd rather just not take the death at all, of course, as you may suspect, but... No! They got away. And then somehow that missile did too, even though it kind of felt like it should have gotten caught up in the explosion. That's gonna ruin a little bit of the score. Yeah, watch this. Prepare to be disappointed. Ah, so close. Boom, 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 boom. Couldn't... Yeah, those two slipped from me. I'm not sure how to keep that from happening. But getting 100% on that defense, that seems incredibly difficult to me. Those are not friendlies. Please shoot them. Dang, man. I mean, I think I did reasonably okay, but could have been better. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, got it. Kind of amazed. Well, those got away. Sorry, people of Earth. I'm only one defense pod here, you know, we need several of these at best. Maybe there are others, you know, at other points of space here, but I got a distinct feeling that I'm the only one, because that's how these games are. Here, we built one piece of equipment to help mitigate the extinction of the entire race. We're just gonna put all our chips in on this one thing here, so we're sure you'll all be fine with it. Not bad, considering the pointless death in the first half. I can't get triple perfects though. I'd love to get 3 100% at some point. I mean, obviously, getting 4 100s would be incredible, but I do have a little bit of self-awareness. I don't live in Fantasy Island here. Ooh, well executed. But if it ain't 100%, who cares, right? All or nothing. Nah, I gotta feel a little proud of that. That felt like a good performance. %. Solid. We need better than solid, though. Jesus! I was like a rabbit running away from a car. I'm like, let me just keep running, like, flush with you. And then hope that I don't die, even though I'm doing nothing to preserve my own life. Everything's escaping while I'm being distracted by the missiles. And then I get ran into by one of those. Things get nasty at that point, you know? No doubt about it. But I feel energized and encouraged to do better, which is a good sign that the game is actually pretty good. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, you know, with a name like Global Defense and seeing it's a horizontal shoot 'em up. It's like, very descriptive. So far, so great. I feel like we got decently explosive shots here. Beautiful. We just gotta annihilate everything in our path here. Or are we in their path? I'm not sure. No! Shit! We let him get away. Well, that's gonna put a damper on the victory celebration a little bit. And then did that missile get away too? Really? Oh, that felt so good until the end when it all just slipped away a little bit. That's okay. What you got for me, game? Story of my life. I get that like every time. Well, we'll just have to do better on the defensive front here. I know, it's a good joke. I'm not sure if I got that one or not. Shoot. That one, yeah. Certainly got away there. Yeah, took a lot of hits at the end. Somehow. I don't know how you get 100% on defense. Like, that better give you like 10,000 points if you get that perfect. Get it, get it, get it, get it! How did it get away? It was totally caught in my explosion. Hey, yo, it so slowly made its way to me. I don't know how I can possibly justify getting hit by that. Things ain't good. I felt so pumped and ready for it in that first offensive half, and now I'm just kind of floundering. Things are getting away from me. You need better power-ups, that's what I say. Whoever developed this orbital defense thing, gotta give it more powerful guns. Not great. You're gonna see here in the end of level stats that was not the perfect way to go about things there. See? Look at that. Only 100%. The satellites don't even make me laugh. That was abysmal with the satellites. Well, either way, we'll see if we can survive another day. It's no guarantee, that's most certain. That wasn't bad, though. Could have been better, but if you're gonna rank your entire life on could have been better, well, then you'll be upset. Nah, 94% though, that's pretty good, I feel. It's what we call not half bad in the industry. What industry, you ask? The one I just made up. Hey, I didn't die to that thing, though. That's a change. That thing always passes me by, though. Like, they set that up perfectly to where your crosshair is never in the right place to properly deal with it. Ooh, come on, come on. Oh. I thought I was out of range. I thought I was out of its reach, but no, it still got me. Okay. Now this Mylon Secret Castle was allowed to doing the same thing over and over because, you know, it's just a very obtuse game. I don't mind doing the same thing over and over in a arcade style game like this, you know? Because this is all about repetition gradually getting better. It's not about just being lost. I'd rather achieve a little bit more mastery in a shoot 'em up than repeat the same 2 mazes in Mylon Secret Castle for an hour. That said, if you want an exercise in futility, it's a neat little episode to watch, I think. Let that one get away. Not happy about that. I'm just very highly concentrating right now. That felt good. But I still let like 1 missile escape, which feels awful. Like, look at this. It's the best I ever did. But it was only 300%. 385%. Enough to make up for it by getting 100% in defense. Jokes. Hey, it's me. King of Comedy Island. Yeah, look at that. I don't know how you can conceivably stop that. Unfortunately, you don't have to, just, you know, and you'll get Mondo points if you do. Yikes, man. Well, I tried, people of Earth. You're on your own now. That said, by far and away, the best score coming out of that first stage. Shame that you lose your power-ups, because I can definitely tell now that... Oh, yeah, there we go. There's my splash damage. Was I gonna say that, yeah, those power-ups do definitely, at the very least, make your explosions bigger. See, they got away. Like, what do you do? How do you stop them? You don't, I think. You just kind of accept that, well, they're gone. And then try your best with the rest of what shows up, I suppose. Best we can is all we can do, right? It's like every time someone's like, I'll try or I'll do my best, someone else is like, you're gonna do it. It's like, yo, it's awfully aggressive, and I get that maybe that's the point. They're like, hey, if I'm super in this person's face about this, then they're gonna have to do well. I don't know, man. I think that they'll just crumble under pressure. It depends on who you're dealing with, though, I guess. Me, I would crumble. Okay. We have all our lives. We got 100% there. I wish I could have done a little bit better, though. It's a shmup, you know. What else are you concerned about if not just getting as many points as possible? That's the object of the game, man. Saying gimme points. That was decent, but one or two still got away, which means it's not decent at all. Still have full lives, which is good. Yeah, 96% on that defensive stage. Ugh. And now we immediately move our crosshair down here because we're gonna get this guy. Yeah, look at that. We stopped him for the first time. Oh God. I know. I'm being quiet, but I'm concentrating very hard on attempting to play this goofy Master System game the best I can. Not as goofy as Aztec Adventure. Yeah, we got some getting away. I'm aware. I want to make it to the defensive half again, though. You know, like I've not been performing well in this third stage historically. Hey, defensive half, good. Now, if we can survive the defensive half, we'll for sure make it farther than we ever have. We're for sure gonna lay down a high score. Yeah, already it's a high score. 100%. Can't complain. Can't complain. I mean, I could, but I'd be real greedy for it. Okay, let's focus more on what is already in your face. Yikes. Jeez. These are some astonishingly brutal waves that they got spawning, though. I feel like I'm doing okay, though. Most certainly better than the last time I attempted this defensive half. Pretty good. Pretty good meaning I made it. Look at that! Look at the points! Beautiful. New stage, never seen this one. What horrors await me? Ah, I see. The whole come at you from both sides trick. I think I was born yesterday? May have been. Turns out it's not even that much of a trick, you know. You can counter it pretty easily. Check it out. I moved out of the way of the giant fireball. I'm not hopeless. Yeah, this is a reasonably fun game, actually. Considering I had no expectations because I didn't know, well, what it was. I would call this a pretty good use of your time. Three 100s! Oh man, I just let like one missile get away. If we can survive this defensive half, we should have some pretty outrageous points coming in here. Yeah. Already let one go. Bad sign. I don't know what to do about that that split there. Okay, defended against that one okay, though. Oh, they're getting away from me. Just, yeah, hit me with literally everything you got, sure. I guess that would certainly be an effective invasion strategy. But we survived, nonetheless, so who cares? Heavy civilian casualties, likely, but, you know. Look at that. We're just destroying this attempt right now. Yeah, but every time I get that hyped up about it, that's when everything goes wrong. Ah, that's not just mindless superstition either, there's precedence for that. Get that satellite, get this thing out of the way. I feel like we're on like a counterattack now. I could be wrong. I don't know what the lore of global defense is. Probably isn't any. Don't get too excited, you know. So pretty much everything that is blue in these asteroids must die, apparently. Because they seem to all be shooting at me. No matter what shape or size. Yeah, look at that. I can deal with it, you know? Hey, and look at that, we're already taking off. How well I do, Doc? Pretty dang well. I only missed the bases because I didn't realize that all the little blue pixels were in fact bases. I thought it was just a small handful of them. However, I'm terrified every time I enter a new defensive round for reasons that are probably pretty self-explanatory. That said, doing okay so far. No, I hate the splits. I hate the splits. Okay, we're alive though. Who cares about anything else if we make it out in one piece? What did I tell ya? Absolutely destroying this run. Exceeded 57,000. And we'll just continue to do our best, you know? That thing's clearly gonna get away, but whatever. I'm just vibing now. Like if my run ends here, I think I'll come out of it saying I did my best. Yeah. I'd love to not just end it all here. Of course. But things are getting pretty crowded on the screen. Don't have a lot of real estate to move around in. Those things really just kind of yeet themselves out of existence. Oh man. Everything's escaping me now. We're not gonna get very good points on this one. If I even survive. I might just eat it in the defensive round. Cause I took more damage than I wanted to take in the offensive half, but we're not gonna see any 100s here. Yeah, pretty sloppy work. You understand though, you saw how much was on the screen. This could very well shred me to pieces right here. What is this? You want to explain this? Okay. There was enough slowdown there to where I was able to erase everything. I'm sorry, planet. Oh, actually, you're fine, planet. What was I worried about? We're A-okay. I don't know, something's just clicking this time. It could end at any moment, of course. I actually did better on the defense than I did in the offensive half. That's exceptionally odd. Oh, they're shooting at me now. Great. Well, when I said it could end at any time, that's the kind of thing that you do to take it all away. But it's not done yet. Somehow. Little tiny bases on the Saturn. On the Saturn, you heard me. This is now the Sega Saturn. Missiles, I don't even care about them, you know? Let them go. Who cares? Okay. Still going reasonably well. Hey, yeah, that went it went okay. We're probably gonna see some sloppy percentages still, but you know. So 69,000. Look at that. Oh, we got a 100 on the fighters though. Okay, good stuff. Survive this defensive half, and you'll get a cake. Wow, that was the worst way to start it, admittedly. Oh, this isn't much better. Good shit. We made it again! What is going on? How am I progressing so heavily? Oh. One more death and I'm just out. But 75,000 points? I could barely get above 20,000 for the longest time. Now I'm just, you know, I'm in it. I'm dialed in, apparently. Until something hits me like a stray bullet, and then the run just ends like that. But, you know, all things must come to an end. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. That's my philosophy on these things. But it ain't over yet, so why are we talking like it is? because that's gonna happen. I didn't even see the bullet that hit me, to be honest. Like, I felt like I was dodging. That's okay though. 76,000. That's way better than I anticipated I would do. That's a solid benchmark, you know? I feel okay with it. Now we just, you know, go back to what we know with good old level 1. It's been a while. Because I've been so successful. Oh. Just focus on destroying everything. I have yet to pull off a 100% slaughter. Ah! And I ruined it there. I got so focused on trying to kill everything that I just took a death. It's fine. When you've got a goal, you gotta risk everything to accomplish that goal. That's not always great advice, but in something as, you know, relatively mundane as a video game, it's probably not gonna ruin your life. Yeah, look at that, look at that. So close to a 400%. Now, if you ever get 100% on the defense, well then you're just an absolute madman. Like 500%ing a level, you'd be the best global defense player of the year, undoubtedly. Heck, I'm probably the best one of the year. Again, through virtue of probably, like, nobody playing this game. At this point, we can just kind of, you know, yeah, I was gonna say, let Earth get murked, and we'll still come out fine. Hey. Yeah, did very, very poor on the defensive front there, but you know. It's you know, like many shmups, it just kind of puts you in a little bit of a trance, which is perfectly fine. You really got to learn that the bases, while they do have to be destroyed, are slightly lower priority, because you can destroy them whenever you need to. See that? That thing's kill box was gone. 2 deaths in round 2. Not ideal, but again, this is one of those situations we find ourselves in where we don't even have enough time left in the episode to one-up ourselves. That was so close, man. I hate that pattern. The 4 split. That it gets me every time. There has to be a way to counter it. I just don't have any idea what it is. You know. Other than that, though, reasonable attempt. That's what kind of percentage? 94? Yeah. It's okay. Get that one on the far end there. Good. Yeah, you know, there's probably a reason that this isn't like mentioned with the all-time greats, because it's not an all-time great, that's for sure, but it is a reasonably decent time. Sometimes a reasonably decent time hits the spot, you know? They don't all need to be gradius or R-type. As long as they're better than Transbot. That's my bar now. Be better than Transbot and be better than the Micronics version of 1942. 50% satellites. Yeah, we really didn't make any attempt to get those. Let's go with them all fly by us. The satellites being, of course, the ones that just kind of fly past you on the screen without really putting in any huge effort in trying to attack you. Hate the split. If it weren't for that four-way split wave, I'd be doing a little bit better on these, but like, what do you do about that? That's insane, man. Wonder if this game has like trackball compatibility. I think they... Yeah, because the Sega Sports Pad was a trackball. Can you use the Sega Sports Pad with Global Defense? There's an idea. Obviously, I don't have a Sega Sports Pad. But boy, it does indeed fill me with whimsy imagining using that. This is actually turning out to be a better attempt than I thought it would have been, considering we died twice almost immediately. And yeah, we're letting some missiles go. I don't really care, though. Satellites are going to score low on this one. We let quite a few of those just soar right by us. Yeah, 83, not as bad as I thought, actually. Boom, 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 boom. It's my favorite sound effect ever right now. And believe me, I'm a bit of a sound effect connoisseur. Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and do that. Go ahead and hit me with the worst patterns of all time. I'll survive. Or will I? I don't know. I'm questioning that now. Yeah, we're fine. Fine's a relative term, but we're still in it. Kinda. this stage, where everything blue needs to be destroyed. Although we're kinda not doing it. There we go. Ah, something blue survived on that other one, and I know because it shot something at me. Oh well. We'll get the bigger, chunkier things instead. We're not going to score perfectly here, very clearly. I have yet to score perfectly in any stage, so why would it be this one? Because a man can dream. Last night I went to bed and I dreamed of scoring a perfect 500% on a stage of Global Defense, despite having never played the game, or knowing what its mechanics were, or that you could score 500%. I typically don't do too badly on the stage, though. It's just, you know, wrangling everything in is difficult. We stopped a split. I am in shock, actually. Stop that right immediately as well. Stop that. That should have been destroyed. I take issue with that. I was aiming at it the only way I could, you know? And now things fall apart a little bit. Started very strong, though. Getting even just one of those splits made me feel immeasurably powerful. Perfect. Thanks, man. Glad you think so. Okay, more blue stuff to shoot. Ah, that's right. These guys that just like evaporate from sight. I remember this stage being very tough. And just like that. Hey, we held on to that last life for a long, long time. I'm like I died in succession real quick twice, and then I thought, oh well, that's it. It's a good attempt, and then, you know, wound up being my second best attempt of the entire video. Careful when all your other attempts are bad, so the bar is low, am I right? Just give me this last attempt here. I want to get a perfect on level 1. It probably won't happen, but again, you know, you gotta try. Never mind. See, that is a tactical death that I did to freeze time to destroy these missiles. Totally intentional. That's another tactical death. Source, trust me, bro. This is where... yeah, I was gonna say, I always eat it there, too. Yeah, that's a game over. Oh well, you know, I tried a little bit too aggressively. Such sad music. Makes sense, it is a game over. Yeah, that's Global Defense. Again, I didn't know what to expect from it. No one ever talks about this game. No one ever talks about the Master System in general. This is all totally new stuff. But yeah, perfectly fine game as far as I'm concerned. brought me more fun than the past 3 games we've played. Kind of a rough release cycle for the Master System. But tomorrow we play Zaxxon 3D. Zaxxon is an old arcade game from '82, so I assume this is kind of a reboot, as it were, of that, and now in 3D, or whatever the Master System can pass for 3D. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed Global Defense. Join me tomorrow for some Zaxxon 3D. We'll see you then.